Hello guys, welcome to our channel IELTS with Mary. In this video we would like to tell you about the computer-based IELTS test. Now more and more students are wishing to pass their IELTS on computer due to several reasons. So in this video we are going to compare computer-based IELTS and just the typical, let's call it real IELTS. So to start with, I just remember some questions from my students. Like one of the questions is it different, like the test itself, I mean the tasks, the questions? No, it's absolutely the same. Is marking the same? Yes, so all the criteria are the same. The marking happens just absolutely in the same way. So any differences? Very important difference is that in the real IELTS, like in the typical one, we have in the listening part we have 10 minutes left to transfer our answers to the answer sheets. Whereas on our computer IELTS test, we have only 2 minutes just to check if everything was mentioned or not. So be aware of that. And so what other differences? Well, while I will be talking, you will probably note yourself down. So the moment that you should take into account is that whether you're really good at typing or not. If you're good at typing, then computer-based test is a very good variant for you. Though if you are a slow typer, then maybe you should consider just a normal, typical IELTS test because the time is really limited. So the pros of passing computer-based test. It's really easy to type. Again, if you're a good typer, then the screen can be enlarged. So especially when you're reading and you see that the font is rather small, you can make it bigger. The other pros is that when you're reading, it is really convenient that there is a text on one side and a question on the other side. So you don't need to scroll on the second, because sometimes you know that in the real exam, the paper is like the question on one side and the text is on the other. So it takes a lot of time. It is less crowded during this exam, so not so many people wish to pass it, though at the same moment all people are passing computer-based IELTS. That's why you can hear these noises of typing, and that may be distracting for some people. If it's okay for you, then wonderful, if you got used to different noises. So what else is good? The results usually come quicker than to the real, like normal IELTS test. The last candidate got his results just in 5 days. And you don't need maybe to book it in really advance because the slots are usually available. What else? So with writing, it's for some people, again, it's easier to type, and it's possible to make some changes. You can do copy paste with Ctrl+C, Ctrl+V with these tabs, with these keys, and for some people it's really helpful. Though you may not always see your spelling mistakes, so be careful with that, because sometimes we can just accidentally press the other key, and that will have its result. So you should also take into account that the timer will not show the last minute of the exam. So you may be caught, or like you may really be not expecting that, and oh really, you can be caught off the guard that the exam is already finished because the computers will be just locked at the specific time. So you should keep the track of time by yourself. What else is really good? Let me remember. So speaking of reading, also you can highlight the text, which is really comfortable when you don't just underline the keywords, you highlight the text. Then you can also copy paste some words from the text, as you probably remember the tasks where you need to insert no more than 3 words from the text. This is a good variant. You don't usually have misspellings, and you just copy paste. Wonderful. Though, do be careful because you should get used to changing the sections. So train beforehand if you decide to pass a computer-based IELTS. It's called like CBI. So what else is important? Take into account that while listening, you should write down your answers just while listening. You will be given a pen and a paper, but you remember that you will only have 2 minutes, and that's just enough to look through the answer. So you will not have time to transfer the answers from paper to the computer. So please be aware of that. If you still have some questions left after my comparison of these two exams, please write them down in the comments below, and I will be more than happy to tell you everything that I know and that I can find for you. So thank you. See you soon.